going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of the C2K Hour right here on Facebook Live with your host C2K, Courage to Kill, the legend of backyard wrestling. Um, it is right now. It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday, April 8th, 2026. The time it is 8:10 p.m. Good night, everyone. Good night. What's going on, guys? What's going on? As you guys can see, I do have a talk show right now at Facebook Live. Called the C2K Hour. It is this is a show where we talk about different things and where everybody is free to join this talk show. Everybody's free to join this talk show. All you need to do is just request live, and I will have you on the show. Anybody is welcome to join the show at the C2K Hour with your host, C2K Courage to Kill, the legend of backyard wrestling. Man, this is a lot of things that I want to talk. A lot of things that I want to talk about. A lot of things that I want to talk about. So I want to talk about our astronauts that probably like almost 10 days ago, almost 10 days ago, they went out of space to go around the moon and come back to Earth. This is the farthest that human had ever went on space. The farthest that human went on space. Remember, back in 1970, our astronauts made it to the moon. 1970 or 1970, 1960s, somewhere around that, that time, they made it to the moon. And now, in 2026, we make history again. Humanity makes history again by going the farthest in space. There's a lot of questions. A lot of non-believers, a lot of naysayers that don't believe this is true. That they live in this cube, in this little ball, afraid to come out of the ball, afraid to come out of the cube, afraid to have a open-minded, afraid to think out of the box. And they don't believe this is true. They believe that this is make-believe. This is a myth. This is AI. Because they never believed it when humanity made history, made it to the moon. somewhere around 1950s, 1960s, or 1970s, they still think that the NASA is lying once again to humanity, because they still don't believe, oh, these people didn't make it to they didn't make it to the moon, when in the 1950s, 1970s, the whole world saw it live, saw it in the news, saw it on their TVs. They saw uh, uh, um, the humanity going up out of space for the first time. Once again, we see the same thing happen in 2026. Couple days ago, or a few days ago, we saw it. We saw this happening. We saw when they came in the spaceship. They went in the spaceship. They went all the way up until we can't see them anymore. So, and then there was images of the spaceship separating itself. What's going on, my brother? What's going on? I want to say, what's going on, Mr. Voodoo? What's going on, brother? So they went out of space. They fly to the moon. We see the updates. We saw the images, videos. Then even was interview in the spaceship when you can see them flying on air. Even one person was basically laying down, but he was floating in air. And you could see even the girl had some type of, whatever you call it, some type of toy that she was playing with it, and she left it right in the middle of the air, standing in the middle of the air where she was playing with it, and while they was getting interview. And it was live. It was live, but of course, people, are in this little cube, and they are in this little ball that are afraid to come out. They are afraid to know the truth. They are afraid to accept the truth and think that everything is a myth, that things doesn't even exist. And still think that the earth is flat. When we saw in the images, they prove humanity wrong. They prove these naysayers wrong. They prove these non-believers wrong, that they was believing that the earth was flat when they show in the images that was coming through, that was coming from the spaceship. And it was completely showed that the world is not flat. The world that we live in is not flat. And before they went to the moon, they went around the world. They went around the world first. And once they went around the world first, they went straight to the moon. Turn around, went all the way around the moon. When they went behind the moon, we lost contact with them for 41 minutes. Because there was in the dark side of the moon somewhere something that we never saw before. And for the very first time, we saw the dark side of the moon. We saw the behind the moon. And we saw that it was not what we think that it was. It was not the same thing that we was watching from Earth. It was not the same moon that we was watching from Earth. Humanity made history again. Made history again. And now we're waiting for the arrival of our heroes. And the question is, why, what was the reason? What was their goal? What was their mission? Why they doing this? You know why? Because the future is almost here. The future is almost here, where we are going to be able to live this earth, where we are going to be able to fly our own spaceships, when we are going to be able to fly away very, very far from the moon and maybe visit some planets. Who knows? Because the future is right here. I've been saying this for many times. Listen, I have been a talk show host for 23 years. I had my first talk show. It was C2K Confidential in 2003. I have been a podcaster for 13 years. And in my talk shows, in my podcasts, I have been saying this. I have been predicting it. And I did say that one day we will be able to travel farther than we did before in space. And it was proved. It was proved that now we can fly in space. The future is coming. The future is now. The future is here. But a lot of non-believers still not going to believe until they see. These cars that you see on the streets, we're going to be flying these cars in the air. Future is here. I've been talking about this for a very long time. I've been talking about this for many years. The future is here. And there's a lot of podcasters like me. There's a lot of talk show hosts like me that have been talking about the future. And trust and believe the future is here. Now the NASA has proof they can travel humans in a spaceship farther than they did before in space. And you know what? There's a lot of planets. And I talked about this on Social Talk Podcast. I said that, and I talked about this, many years, and many times, different times I talk about it, that I think it was one of the podcasts, one of the topics that I talk about in the podcast, believer of everything, which a lot of people loved it to this day, and I did a part 2, part 3, part 4, maybe part 5, and people like it because I am a believer of everything. I believe in everything. And I'm telling you right now, at the C2K hour, I'm telling you right now that I still believe in everything. I believe in aliens. I believe in aliens. I believe in zombies. I believe in. Listen, things are going to happen, and we're going to see things that we never saw before. And it been proved a few days ago, when humanity went straight to space, all the way to space, fly around the moon, fly behind the moon. The future is here, guys. Future is here. But a lot of people say, also, it's, you watch a lot of movies. You know what? I believe that every movie is a prediction of our future. Every horror movie is a warning. Not only is a warning, it's for us. It's to what's the word that I'm trying to find? They try not to only warn us, but they trying to get us ready. They trying to train us, get us ready. That's not the word that I'm trying to find, but I'm going to use that word until I find it. They trying to prepare us. There you go. That's the word. They trying to prepare us just in case this really happened. Just in case it really happened, so we know what to do. So we know what we gotta do if this happened. And flying far from the moon. We watched this in movies many years. For many years, we have been watching it in movies. Come on, Star Trek. What else? Oh my God! Now I forgot the name of this movie. Either movie series, Star Wars, Star Trek, Star Wars. We had saw it. We had saw it in the movies, shows, and the NASA proved it. Okay, this really can happen. We can make this happen. We can make this happen. But we need to see first. It was a test. It was just a test to figure out how far we can go on space. How far we can go on space. Just in case if we need to leave this earth. Just in case if we need to leave this earth. For any reason. It has been proved. I believe it. I really do. I do believe it. But of course, there's a lot of naysayers and a lot of non-believers. And don't worry, they will believe one day. They will believe one day. Trust and belief, they're going to believe one day. One day they're going to believe. If they don't believe now, they're going to believe it. Oh, so I don't believe in, C2K. We are in the C2K hour. I used to call myself C2K. Not my real name until I'm having my podcast, whatever. uh, but C2K, I don't believe this. Okay, you don't believe it now, but you're going to believe it very soon. You will believe it very soon. And one day, we will be able to go to other planets. You see, now it's not going to be like sending just robots inspecting or investigating other planets. No, they're going to send humans. They will send humans to Pluto. And you know what? Hold on. There's another one that's going to happen. I think. Hold on. What they're trying to send? I think they're going to send humans either to Jupiter because this was a test. This was a test. Now that the test was uh was good. I mean, I think they will send. Maybe I don't know when this is going to happen, but I think their goal is to go to Jupiter, send humans to Jupiter, either Jupiter. But I know they thinking about sending humans to another planet. I'm telling you, it's happening. The future is now. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna have to let you go, guys. Thank you for watching another episode of the C2K Hour with your host, C2K Chorus to Kill. And I'll see you guys in the next episode of the C2K Hour right here on Facebook Live. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed night. Love you guys. C2K out.